At VGTI Florida, our focus is on discovering new vaccines, drugs, and therapies that will enhance the immune response, helping our bodies to fight infectious diseases, treat cancer, and alleviate the human suffering caused by chronic inflammatory and autoimmune disorders. VGTI Florida is on the front lines of discovery, from the patient's bedside to the laboratory bench. Each day, this nonprofit, state-of-the-art research facility in Port St. Lucie, Florida, receives lab samples and tissue cultures from clinics and hospitals around the world. Here, the samples are quickly processed, cataloged, and archived for ongoing and future studies by VGTI Florida's highly trained international research staff. Utilizing cutting-edge technology, scientists use these samples to identify key components of the immune response and how they function. Gene expression profiling, DNA sequencing, and complex molecular pathway analysis are all part of the comprehensive approach to medical research at VGTI Florida.
Understanding what happens with an individual patient sample is obviously important, but that's not the whole picture. An individual patient is part of a larger, complicated, more complex study, and what we'd like to be able to do is to study and understand all of the genetic and molecular components of the human immune response. Why? So that we can come up with better therapies and treatments that'll be applicable to the entire world.
Detailed analysis of samples generates large amounts of data that must be analyzed and interpreted by a VGTI team of computational biologists. This means melding a team of scientists with expertise in physics, statistics, computer science, and biology. It's the same kind of technology that was used to decode the human genome. To speed discovery, the results are then shared at local, national, and international forums with thought leaders in the scientific, pharmaceutical, and clinical fields.
And it's really, again, because of this collaboration, because it's open door policy, that we can contrast and compare. I mean, people who get infected, we develop disease quickly, to people who get infected and develop disease much slower. And it's by learning, comparing, that now, I mean, you get to clues and solutions about how to better control the virus.
Only through this collaborative approach will VGTI Florida be able to achieve its goal of developing cures for infectious diseases like HIV, to develop novel therapies and vaccines to aid in our battle against cancer, and to ease the suffering of those afflicted with chronic inflammatory diseases that disproportionately affect an aging population.
This is a culmination of many years of being involved in the life sciences industry and working on a global basis in both Europe and in Asia, and where we can now achieve these results not only locally but affecting the global community.
Florida offered us the opportunity to do this, to build relationships with other institutes and universities within the state there, to collaborate with them on doing patient studies. And this opportunity was very unique for us, and that's the reason that we went to Florida.
And so that one sample taken from the patient's bedside becomes research that potentially benefits many, not just the individual patient. From bedside to laboratory bench, then back to bedside, facing down the most challenging diseases, seeking novel treatments and cures. That is the mission of VGTI Florida.